What's going through your mind there when things start to get interesting, and how much confidence did you have in this team that you guys were going to be able to close it out and take this one home?
Well, we always have confidence in our guys, and it took several of our players to come up with big efforts and performances and make big plays for us to have a chance to stay in that game and win that game, and that was a true team effort and a team win right there. It was beautiful. I mean, you could talk probably all day about what we saw and what we have to be happy about.
Yeah, with that said, how important was it to follow up a big win like last night to then battle it out and get the sweep here today?
Yeah, you never know how you come back after a big offensive night, and our guys came out early and put some good at-bats together very early in the game. It obviously wasn't a night like we had or a day like we had yesterday offensively, but it was still good. Our guys grinded through it, and we scored just enough.
Cal Gibson's still looking for, that big breakthrough, really strong game, but he certainly put you guys in a position to win. What did you see from him?
Yeah, I would consider this a strong game from him. He did a really nice job. He got us to a point where, we took him out. He probably could have thrown a few more pitches, but overall I think it was just a really solid, good effort where he pitched well. He also had to battle through a couple of different situations, but overall we were very happy with what we saw.
Is there any other player who turns two pop flies, a double and two pop flies into a run, other than Buxton there, that fifth inning run?
Well, I mean, we talk about Buck doing things that other people can't, and he puts his athletic ability to good use. It's not like he's more athletic than everyone, but you don't get a chance to see it. He has good instincts too, and those instincts allow him to use that athleticism, that speed, and make things happen. I always talk about it being fun to watch. If I were a fan, I would be very, very pleased to be able to watch him play on a regular basis. As I could say the same thing for a few of our guys.
Did Jake see that ball? It looked like he maybe lost it in the sun and the shadows before it came right down. He
I
caught
didn't
it.
talk to him about it. I heard it mentioned in here after the game that he might not have seen it well, at least off the bat or early on, but he found it, and those plays in day games, as we saw early on, on the other side, ball goes up in the air, you just never know what that outfielder is seeing, so you go hard just in case and put yourself in a spot where you can take an extra base if it falls, but luckily Jake caught a good view of it.
We try to stay away from Blake at the end?
In general terms, yeah. He was available. He was out there and said he was ready to go. And I think if there was a way that we could get through today, win today, and do it without having to pitch him, there's no way to know how it's going to work out, but we wanted to give ourselves a chance to do that and allow him to rest up and feel a little better before he actually takes the mound again.
And we tempted to go to a left-hander with Ruiz up in the bases loaded?
Yeah, that was a very difficult spot, I think, in a lot of ways, where you can probably look at that and think, you try not to look at the result simply and try to make the decision of whether a move was a good move or not a good move. I think both of our options could have worked out well for us, and we wanted to have the availability to be able to either leave Hildy in or have Mejia up and ready to go. I can't say it was the most straightforward decision, but luckily it worked out. What we're talking about in here, there were probably a couple of things. Astudillo made two plays today behind the plate that, I know that's what the people want, so that's not why I'm mentioning this, but the truth is, those were very important plays. He recorded 2 outs tonight for us that I don't know how many catchers make those plays. He has an athleticism and a body control and an awareness that allow him to do some things. He found his way around an umpire and basically did not set his feet in any way and threw over the umpire. I don't even know how to describe it, but that was a pretty unique play. And then the pop-up was a pretty challenging play as well. And then changing course. Rosie, you could also argue that Rosie saved the game for us too with that defensive play that he made in the last inning. For him to cut that ball off and get it in, I think that ball gets to the wall most of the time in this game, and I think he was determined to not let that happen.
And Sucre was shocked not to be sent, I think.
Well, I honestly, I think everyone was shocked that somehow that ball was cut off. You know, off the bat, I think it was a play. Was it Sucre? It was no, it was Martin. So Martin's running, yeah, and he can run. So you know, if someone was going to be able to score on that, I think he would have had that. He would have been able to, and just I mean, the fact that he's not even sent really. I know he might have stumbled. I wasn't really looking exactly at him, but.
Third base coach started to send